Pedro, last question. Is there anything else you're kind of looking at that you're saying, hey, this is going to be the year that this happens?
Hmm. I mean, besides Fauci finally getting it, but
There you
you know,
go. That's what I was looking for.
yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, I don't know if you've seen Project Veritas. They released a video with DARPA and Project Diffuse, which is what the NIH and NIAID was trying to fund, which DARPA itself rejected because it violated gain of function research basis. And he was in a Senate hearing just now, and Rand Paul and him went at it again. And it's like the same thing repeats itself. He continues to deny the responsibility that's ultimately, it's right there. The facts and the evidence are pointing to this guy has lied. Why don't you just own up to it? And we can try to figure out how to actually mitigate something that's killed a lot of people and also is being overly, it's over fearful propaganda that just needs to end. We need to go back to living our lives because this is not as bad as it's made out to be.
Yeah, I think 2022 is going to be a year of revelations for many doctors. I think they're going to speak up. I think they're going to swallow their pride, even though that's not been known in medicine. But I think medicine isn't how it was. Public, opinion of medicine right now is at an all-time low, I believe. Low. I think the trust in public health is at an all-time low. I think the trust in general of government and all these healthcare institutions at a low. They have to change. They have to adapt. They got to swallow their pride and start saying, maybe we were wrong about this. And we got to change our approach for the good of everyone. And I think it's going to be great for medicine. I really do. Because to admit something was wrong and then go in a different direction and see results coming out of that, that's a wonderful thing. Rather than what we're doing now, doubling down on something that is not working. As much as we want to try and believe it's working and say it is, the numbers don't lie and people's experiences never lie. And I think the experience of feeling, overwhelmed with this, being just so sick and tired of it already is there. And I think that is always a catalyst for change. So I'm really excited for all of that, actually, even if it is a little bit tumultuous at first, as all change, whether it's in the body. We see that with patients when they start to go through a treatment, they sometimes get a little bit worse, right? As the body is adjusting, that change is difficult for a lot of people. But then what happens next? You start to see the positive results come up. You start to, the change enacts and you start to get used to that and you go in an upward trajectory, which is good for everyone, I believe. So that's what I'm excited about. But Pedro, man, always a pleasure connecting with you. You got one of the brightest minds on all of the interwebs and all social media. Seriously. I mean, if someone's not following you, like they should, because you break it down in such great ways. And you take science that you're learning and share it with the world, which I think is a gift to humanity. So thank you again. Thanks for coming on, man. And I'm excited to see what 2022 has in store.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure being here. And thanks again for having me.